Brian Lehrer on WNYC, and on this final day of the fall membership drive, it's our final look at all the different kinds of animals we share our lives with, our pets. In this end of the show series during the drive, we've talked about dogs and cats, of course, but also rabbits and reptiles and fish and even rats, which surprised me to find that some people keep as pets, but they do. And we wrap it up with a slightly different take on a fairly common and I think very misunderstood pet, birds. They present special problems to their owners, and maybe that's not surprising when you remember that birds are considered by some people living dinosaurs. We'll talk about that quote. So we'll hear about that and get some guidance on what it takes to care for these animals from Dr. Lyle Cleary, an associate veterinarian at the Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine in Manhattan. Dr. Cleary, thanks for joining us. Welcome to WNYC.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Birds are a particular challenge as a pet, right? Should we start with the fact that they can fly over long distances, but as a pet are confined to a cage or maybe a room?
Yeah, I mean, the general saying for most parrots is there's no cage big enough. These are animals that basically have intelligence of a, 6 to 8 year old, also with the energy of a 6 to 8 year old. So, I mean, we all know how crazy everyone got during COVID. Imagine that as an everyday life for an animal with like incredible intelligence.
So that's parrots in particular?
Yeah, that's the ones we see mostly in captivity as a exotic animal practitioner. But there are other birds now. Most people who keep hawks are actually flying them, so they get a lot more exercise and enrichment. Whereas the parrots, they're really lacking stimulation most of the time.
When I was growing up, my best friend had a cute little parakeet. Is that a common pet?
It is pretty common. I mean, at least at my job, I'm lucky enough to work only with exotics. But yeah, there's a lot of them around. And, a lot of times on the first warm day of the year, people open their windows and that bird flies out. And
ooh, ouch.
yeah, those birds usually don't make it very long unless someone gets them into rescue.
Yeah. Is clipping their feathers a solution to the flying out risk or, even kind of flying around the apartment if the birds are feeling too caged in?
So I like to trim birds' wings less than once a year. Clipping a bird's wings is like, telling your hyperactive kid to sit in a wheelchair. It's really pretty cruel. These are animals that are built for flying, like nonstop. So it really just means keep screen doors in your windows. Draw some curtains over the windows if you're worried about them flying into it. Yeah, it's really considered not fair. And they also tend to hurt themselves. These are animals that are built to fly. Their bones are literally hollow and part of their respiratory system. So they go to jump and fly, and those hollow bones hit the floor, and we see a lot of fractures from that.
Do smaller birds like parakeets have an easier time as a pet?
Not necessarily. These are all animals with a lot of intelligence. I know little parakeets that people have trained to step up and speak and do all sorts of great behaviors and interactions with their owners, which enhances their bonds. But they also get into more trouble. I know some that have gotten stuck in rolls of toilet paper, in the center. Yeah, these are. Think of that little 6-year-old in your house. They're going to touch everything, try to get into it, but then add the third dimension of them being able to fly.
When we say that birds are living dinosaurs, I cited that quote in the intro. Where does that come from?
So, they're evolutionary closest to dinosaurs, more so than our modern reptiles. They have the hollow bones, they lay eggs, very close to it. Their respiratory system is very similar to dinosaurs. And yeah, everyone knows, well, now it's common knowing that the dinosaurs did seem bird-like at a certain point. They did have feathers, and that's kind of where flight came from. If you look at the feet of a chicken, you see those scales. That's probably closest to what dinosaurs look like skin-wise.
Do different birds have distinct personalities?
Oh yeah, there are some birds. I like to tell everyone most parrots are sexist, racist, and homophobic. I have some bird patients that will attack only men, attack Hispanic men. Some will only attack lesbians. It's amazing. There are some birds that will just be all over
Really?
me, and then yeah,
What you just said? Really?
yeah, I have.
Like racist, sexist, homophobic birds?
Yeah, they all have their type. Like there are people who will buy a bird and then what do you know? That bird's more in love with their female partner and then start hating that male person who bought it because that's, who they see as their mate. They get imprinted on us and they start thinking, "Oh, this human is my mate. I'm going to attack everyone else who is not my mate."
Yeah. So you've been talking about and emphasizing the complexities of having a bird as a pet. Have you seen happy pet birds?
Oh
And
yeah.
are they affectionate if well cared for, if affectionate is the right word?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just yesterday I was singing opera with a bird patient who loves only men who are very chill and, on the feminine side. So he was singing like opera with me, but lunging at everyone else. I have another patient that whose mom is a long distance truck driver, and Bob, the one legged cockatoo, drives all over the country with her, and they have a great bond. They live together in the cab of the truck, and they are happy as can be.
Are there rescue birds?
Oh yeah, they're one of the problems is with parrots. Most parrots are rehomed within 2 years of purchase because people can't deal with the screaming, the destructiveness, the mess, and just all the care that they need, even if they're healthy, let alone if they're sick. So the rescues are actually pretty inundated, and not every rescue can take in birds. So there's ones like foster parrot, northeast avian, lonely gray. They really are flooded with birds because hey, someone who has a Moluccan cockatoo and wants to give it up after 2 years, that's a bird that's going to potentially live another 80. you know
Yeah. So there's an
most
estate planning issue too, I imagine, for some people.
entirely, like, it's an impulse buy for a lot of people. Oh, they're pretty, but then the reality of living with an animal that at dawn is going to be screaming. Like, I don't know who's decided these loud animals belong in the house, but I'm sure
Yeah.
they're laughing in their grave.
20 seconds. There's a bill at City Council right now, New York City Council, to make it illegal for pet stores to sell birds. Do you think they should go that far?
I think so. I think, they should not be selling it. Their rescues are too full.
And we leave it there with Dr. Lyle Cleary, a veterinarian at the Center for Avian and Exotic Medicine on Columbus Avenue in Manhattan. Thank you very much for joining us, even though your message about keeping pet birds was very bracing. Thank you.
No problem. Take care, Brian.